Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go through in this video. It shouldn't take too long, but I kind of want to break down the basics of a marketing funnel and really what the purpose is. And, in a lot of cases, you're going to hear that term in any online marketing nowadays is funnel, and it really all a funnel means is that a funnel is a series of pages put in a strategic order where the goal is to take your customer on a journey that makes them most likely to go from a prospect to a customer to a client. All right. The key thing here is, I believe, is a strategic order slash customer journey. Because in most cases, people are driving traffic just to, blind web pages. And there's nothing wrong with having a website. In fact, I think that it's important to have one, that you can put your blog posts and stuff like that. But in most cases, if somebody visits a blog post, if you want it to convert to sales, there has to be places on there where they'll click that will walk them through a funnel. It'll put them on a strategic customer journey. Okay, so that's the important thing. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go through a few of the funnels, and then we'll break each one down later in the other videos. So you're going to hear the different types of funnels, like a product launch funnel, webinar funnel, application funnel, ascension funnel, or squeeze page funnel. They all have different purposes. They're somewhat similar, but they're kind of, again, strategic in the delivery of how they orchestrate a journey to a person. So if we started first with kind of the most simple way to understand a funnel, they call it a value funnel or a squeeze page funnel. And it's literally just 2 pages, okay? You're asking, because all you're trying to do on this one is to just build your email list, okay? So the first page is basically your call to action, your bullet points, and then you're offering something, okay? You're offering something as a swap for them giving you their email so that you can communicate to them. People are smart enough now that they know that it's quid pro quo kind of thing. What happens is once someone opts in, the proper way to do a squeeze page funnel is you then take them to a thank you page. A lot of times they can call that a bridge page, to where you might have a thank you with a small video of you on there, explaining what's in the content, and then the button below it might be something that's where they get the download, where they click on it and it opens or downloads the PDF if it's a book, or something along those lines. Okay. As an example, I give away this book, Network Marketing Made Easy. Basically, it's they click on it, they download it, then I take them to a separate page where I have a little thank you. Okay, so just it's 2 pages on that one. Now the next kind of, if you were to kind of, if I was to say very good funnel to have, is a webinar funnel. The basics of a webinar funnel would be you've got a registration, and then a confirmation, which is basically like your thank you page, and then it takes them to the live webinar. In a lot of cases, live webinars can be done with embedding the code of a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live, things like that. So or you could just, with the confirmation, you could direct them to go to webinar. A lot of these systems integrate and stuff like that. Okay, but most people nowadays are using what they call recorded or auto webinars, where they appear live, but they're really just structured so that you're going through a funnel, or I'm sorry, you're registering, you're picking the time that's dynamic. Dynamic is meaning that it pulls up at the time zone you're in, and so on. So it appears to have the urgency of a live webinar, but it's still a recorded webinar. Okay, perfect example. You've got a landing page on the far left there, which is giving them an offer, a big promise that you're going to deliver and why they should register with you. You get them a thank you page. Then a lot of times, they're gonna go and confirm their seat, and then typically once you got your webinar running, you've got to add to cart, or you're going to sell them something, or that's where your pitch is on that final thing. So again, what it is just, again, it's makes it look live. And the reason webinar funnels are so powerful is they're scheduled events. Whereas instead of just going directly to a web page and then get distracted and go on, it's kind of a scheduled event. So somebody might pick one and say, hey, I've got I'm off work at 5. I'll watch the webinar at 8 o'clock that they're offering. Okay, so it kind of makes people do it. So that's kind of, it's just a psychological twist on it. The ascension funnel is basically, when you say ascension, it kind of means just going up, right? That's what ascend means. You got an offering of a squeeze page, and then what they might say upsells or customer journeys. Like the one that I use a lot of times is, I'll use a page to where I'm offering something, and then I'm adding, that I'm giving them, delivering them value, delivering value to them. But then a lot of times you can do an upsell on somebody for something. So it might be, hey, you got my book. It's a great book. Thanks for downloading it. By the way, most people really enjoy the video series that I did that's a little more detailed, and you can upgrade to get that for $7. So it's kind of an upsell, and it allows them to order something. And if they pick you up on the $7 order, on the the completion page, you might have some other upgrades as well. Okay, so that's really what an ascension page is. Okay, now when it comes to, like, they call them high ticket coaching or service funnels or application funnels, in most cases what they're trying to do is you're going to same thing. You're offering something of value. You're delivering more information to where maybe you're giving them a lot of content, but hey, if you actually talk to me on the phone, then we can maybe make a, you can build better rapport when you're on a phone, especially if you had somebody apply to work with you, kind of thing. And in some cases, like if you're in network marketing, and this is obviously, network marketing is an example I use a lot, is, maybe you make some scarcity because you become a top leader, or you make it appear that you're a top leader, or, you just have so many people contacting you that you can't, because fear of loss is a driving, a main motivator, that you're gonna force people to fill out an application page before you're gonna even recruit them or sponsor them, see if they're willing to work with you, and so on. Okay, so perfect example of an application. Discover a way to set up and run a profitable MLM business. You got an image, you got a video, you click to learn more, and it takes into the page where I would have a video that explains it, and then they would apply now, and basically maybe I would drive them to another part of a funnel, a couple more pages. Okay. Another application funnel that I do drive traffic to, actually I run ads and drive them straight to this page, is where you'll notice at the top I've got a countdown timer, so it kind of puts that scarcity in there, gets somebody to think about it. I explain the business I'm in the video, and then when they click on the button, if they click on the green button on the far right there, you're going to see that it opens up, that I give them 3 options. Okay, yes, I'm in. They can click there and they go straight to the sign up page. The middle one, it actually opens up a Facebook chat, and the other one on the right, they can click on that, and it actually will take them to a different training. So maybe they just need to know who I am more, if it's a cold lead kind of thing. And then this one's kind of near and dear to my heart, because I've used these types of funnels right here, where I get somebody to opt in. I give them something of value, but then I add a video, and a video, depending on the series I'm trying to accomplish. And it allows you to build way more rapport when people can see you on camera. So in a lot of product launch funnels, that's typically what happens. You got video one where you give a lot of value, like it's a 5-minute thing, and then hey, sign up, and then you'll get the next video in line. So you're giving value first. Then they sign up, then they go through the next video. But then on the 4th video or 3rd video, whatever depending on how many you wanted, drives them to the buy page, which is the one on the right there. So you offer them something of value, and if they opened it, they can click on it, and then you put your price in there, and so on. Perfect example of a funnel that I have created for my company, because I actually own a company that does commercial energy, is I have a book called Rich in Energy, which is just, obviously, it's how to finally build a lasting income and energy deregulation. So I publish and I drive traffic to this book, where people download it, opt in for free. They get, as soon as they opt in, I say thank you. Have a little quick, sizzle, what they call bridge pages, just building a little rapport as to who I am, who the author is, and then I send them a series of videos that basically I teach them what's in this book. So it's kind of, I just made a quick teaser video for each chapter of the book. So this was just a lead magnet. This is where I'm really getting the rubber to meet the road, because I'm building rapport. And then in the final video is I've built rapport with the first 3 or 4 videos. The final one is the call to action, which drives them to a landing page where they can learn more about my business and slash, join the company kind of thing. So that's really what it is I use a small lead magnet to get someone's attention. Then they go through this, the funnel, a couple short videos you can film on your, your iPhone or your video phone, whatever, and then upload them on here. They, literally the ones that I have are like 3 minutes long because all I'm trying to do is just smile, use enthusiasm and get their attention to take the next step, take the next step, take the next step, and then get them part of the company. Okay. And then I've got an entire training funnel I put together on the company. So ultimately, to kind of close this part out, is here's the power of a funnel. Is it done correctly? Is the big statement here is if I gave you $2 for every dollar you gave me, how many dollar bills would you give me? Well, you would continue to give, you just would not stop giving them to me. Done properly, a good marketing funnel where you can buy ads, traffic, which is what I do. I buy ads, traffic, and I teach that. You drive it to whatever your proposal is, whatever, whether it's a webinar funnel, squeeze page funnel, any funnel you put together. And what happens is the customer journey, you allow these automated pieces in today's day and age with this technology to customize the journey for someone strategically so that they come out at the other end. So if 100 people come in here and only one joins, well, maybe it cost you $100 to get 100 people to go to this page and opt in, but one person that came out on the back end was worth $200 to you. That's this scenario with zeros on it. So if you gave me, if you paid $100 for ad traffic on all these in these networks right here, which is easy to do, you do $5, $5, $5, $5, and you drive enough people here that if it ended up being $1 per person to opt in that went through this funnel scenario, and one person that came out and signed up with you, whatever you were offering, was $200. You just doubled your money. You just created a license to print money as much as you want. And all you have to do is just, test that again and then verify it and then scale it. So now you're not going to spend $200, you're not going to spend $100. You might spend $200, make $4. You kind of see the scenario. You just continue to do that and you just keep upping your ad budget because the more traffic that goes through here, it's all optimized and strategically put together. That's why I love these things so much. That's why it's so fascinating to me, because in all the years of doing business, I understand that I've got to talk to somebody. I've got to build rapport with them. And because people do business with people they know, like, and trust, but done properly, you can do that all online now. And a lot of people are comfortable with that, whether it's delivering it to your computer desktop or your cell phone or whatever. And now by the time they come out on the end, it's an all done deal. In fact, the last, you may have seen this on one of my other videos, the last, I think 75 people I put in my company, I never talked to until they had already enrolled. And then I called and actually personally introduced myself. Think about that. There was just people that I either drove traffic to or found me through YouTube or whatever it was, went through a sequence of stuff, came out on the other end and signed up, and it was all profit to me. So that's what's so powerful about this. So I'll walk you through these things. We'll break them down, kind of give you a little more detail. And then the other thing is I've got these funnels that I'll probably show you how you can get your hands on them too for free. And that way you don't have to go build them all yourself. I'll set them up for you. So, all right, see you on the other videos.